Aaron Rodgers, dude, he has to be one of the most overrated. He spins the ball very well. Won Super Bowl, hasn't sniffed one yet. When he was in his prime with the Packers, and they had a top offense and a top defense, he couldn't get over the fucking hump. Couldn't get over the hump. And everyone says this guy is, he's the best thing I saw on the field. What? Other than his arm, what is so special about this guy?
Enlighten me.
What is so special? I don't see it. Do you?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Crazy.
Yunkjunk.
What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 1 of Think You Know Ball podcast, brought to you by the Muscle Geeks podcasting network. I'm your host, Steve. Alongside is my guy, Johnny Gaines. Say what's up, John.
Hi.
Good job, John.
First show.
And my boy, Stevie G.
Yo.
On this podcast, we're talking sports, life, and all the funny and ridiculous bullshit that comes with it. This podcast will be here every Thursday night, 8 p.m., so make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you got to do. Just tune in. How we doing today, fellas?
We use our.
How about us? Look at us.
Did we use our fuck limit within
dude, we
your intro alone?
Haven't even.
Why don't we have a prompter? We have a prompter here. The wonderful Yunkjunk Studios. Did you not send Terry the thing?
I don't need a prompter.
You need a prompter. You can be reading off your phone.
Dude, I just it's all here.
No, well then look in your camera when you're doing it.
I say it once and I'm good.
All right. Well, what are we talking about today?
You did a great job,
guys. We're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff, right? We're gonna everything sports, mainly Philly sports, right? Like we're all Philly sports fans, big Eagles fans, Philly fans, Sixers fans, Flyer fans. Not maybe too much hockey, but we're gonna jump in here. Let's start off hot. You boys ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, we're all Eagles fans, right? Coming off a huge, great season, right? Super Bowl champs and everything. Had high expectations this year, right? Team didn't do so well.
No.
So I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say or hear your takes on recapping the Eagles season, right? So, Steve, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, obviously, we didn't live up to expectations. Offensive play calling was a big issue. In my eyes, losing Mekhi Becton was a big issue, a lot bigger than people thought. Obviously, because Saquon couldn't get the run game going.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot more issues when it comes to Saquon getting the run game going than that, but in my eyes, losing Mekhi was a pretty big deal.
I mean, I agree with you. I think this past offseason, right, coming into this season, I thought priority one was him, and then obviously I think it was Bond, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was him and Bond were 1 and 2. I don't care, 1A, 1B, however you want to put it, but we definitely felt the absence of Mekhi Becton.
And what I don't get is, why would we use a first-round pick on Jahad Campbell when we have Nakobe Dean and we have Zach Bond, but we're not going to use, say, the salary cap to bring back Mekhi? It's a big thing there.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're. I mean, that's a
Kind
good
of weird.
question.
Now we have 3 great linebackers.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys feel about it, but
John, what are your
that's how I
thoughts?
see it.
First of all, I don't ever question Howie Roseman. So if he drafted a guy in the first round, I'm
Don't
with
get
him.
me wrong, Jahad Campbell's very good.
Dude, I'm on the Jahad Campbell train. Beep, beep, all the way, baby. Now listen, what I thought about this year, I thought every year Lane Johnson gets hurt and you see the offensive line kind of struggle. You learned a lot about the importance of that guy. Second of all, I think our team is having a big internal issue with multiple people. You're seeing the offensive coordinator struggle. You're seeing like A.J. Brown. Dude is having some kind of issue with someone. There's a big leadership issue on this team. And also, Saquon's cooked. He's absolutely cooked.
Here we go.
That dude
This
was
is
a
why
one and
we
done.
have the show,
No,
everybody. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to be looking at.
Let me tell you why.
These guys
You got
have
a Super Bowl-
ridiculous things that come out of their
Let
mouth.
him, let him get it
A
out.
Super Bowl, like that dude has taken, he's had injuries throughout his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was on a shitty offensive line in New York, or he was, it was in front of him, an offensive line. So, like, the dude got thrown around a lot. There's a lot of wear on those tires. Came to Philly, had to play an entire season, plus the playoffs, plus the Super Bowl, then go on promotional tours because you're like the MVP of the league, basically.
He got robbed of that.
You're
for
like
sure.
you go on championship like advertising tours, campaigns, all these things, make a wish, whatever. You're just tired. Your body's tired, and he looked tired this year. Saquon's cooked.
I mean, that's a take.
That's
Wild, that's
dude.
wild, right? No, before we dive into and dissect a lot of that, yeah, I mean, I was obviously disappointed like the rest of us, right? And I can see points from both of you guys. I definitely don't think Saquon's cooked, right? I think I agree with you with, a lot of mileage on him. He was banged up coming over to, when we first got him. But he bounces back, man. He's like a freak of nature.
Like, what are you talking about?
How old's Saquon Barkley?
28.
28. Cooked. When you're a running back, you have that much tread on your tires. We all know once you hit
Who
30,
do you put above Saquon
once you hit,
what are we talking about?
once you're a running back, running backs have
crazy.
like a 3-year
We're
like
in the Eagles
average in the
season,
league.
not Saquon. See, this is
Oh, it's not Saquon because you don't want it to be, or because it's not?
No, because you're wild for that take.
No, I'm not. He looked like shit this year, didn't he?
He still put up 1,140
Did you guys
yards.
watch that playoff game?
As a whole,
He still put
the
up
Eagles' run
1,140
game
yards.
didn't
Yeah,
look
but
as
that's
good.
there's 2 more games in a season than the 16-game season. So 1,100 actually translates to something like 850.
I think it was more on the offensive line and the offensive play calling than it was Saquon Barkley.
Saquon was great on the Giants, which had a terrible offensive line all the time.
That's true.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both,
That's a
right?
good point.
Like Saquon just didn't look comfortable this year. Like I don't know if he was trying too hard or maybe his body still is recovering. He took a lot of snaps last year. I mean, including the Super Bowl, that's 20 games.
Because Steve, we're at the gym. You can squat like what, like 180?
Depends on the day.
200 pounds?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Heavy
imagine
weight.
being able to squat 3 times that. Saquon.
Yeah, but during his season, that's not his probably workout.
Well, no, but it still takes a wear and tear just putting that on your back.
I mean, I think the Saquon thing, I think it's a little bit on him, definitely on the banged up
You're going to
offensive
be
line.
proven wrong next year.
Yeah.
He's not
Dude,
cooked.
what? That's a win-win for me, brother. I hope that he does well, but if not, then I'm right.
That's crazy.
That's-
Saquon's cooked, bro.
He's got a
Cooked.
point.
That's a clip.
He's not cooked.
Get the forks and knives and canola, brother. He's cooked.
Well, to keep this one going, speaking about cooked, all the bullshit sorry.
Are you going to bring up your topic about Kevin Patullo?
Yeah, we're getting to it. We're getting to it.
He had something to say.
AJ
about
Brown, right? There's a lot of drama going on with him during the season. Apparently, apparently he's a diva. Obviously with the season over now and him not ending on a good note in that playoff game. Who did we lose to? Oh, the Niners. Couple key drops. What do you think he's that big of a distraction, or do you think it's fair to call him a diva, John?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Every wide receiver is a diva because wide receivers are paid on performance. So if you don't get the catches, if you don't get the yards, you don't get the touchdowns, you're not going to get that big contract. And he's older, so he's going to probably get like one more big contract. Wouldn't you guys show levels of frustration if like the things that you were like that determine your greatness and value in a league to be like kind of ripped away because the team's just not calling your number? Would you? It's a question.
I'll interject here. If you're asking me, if the team's winning, I'm happy.
Bullshit.
But, I mean,
there's millions of dollars that
I can see what you're
one
saying.
player gets, right? And he wants to get another big payday. So, like, why can't you get a payday and be on a winning team? He didn't say shit the year that they won the Super Bowl. But at the same time, all right, well, listen, every wide receiver
What did he say?
is
I don't know
vocal
what
like
he-
that.
I don't think he did.
if he was saying anything, but he was reading books on the sideline. There was all types of stuff every
So
week
he reads a
about AJ
book,
Brown.
dude. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but when we first traded for him, like, he was obviously open and honest about dealing with mental health. There was a time where he was in a really dark place when he was in Tennessee, right? And he had thoughts about,
Don't say it. Don't say that word.
He had thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And he was open and honest about that. And one, I commend him for that. I mean, that takes a lot of strength and courage to get in front of a podium in the National Football League or just on any level and say that, especially as a professional athlete when you think that, like, they got nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
Right. And it's obviously it's probably I'm sure a lot of other players in the NFL who don't have the balls to speak up on it feel the same way at times, right? Or more often than not. And, but to say this guy was a diva, like, to me, that's like saying he's like a T.O., right? Or like a Chad Ochocinco. He's never once badmouthed the coach. He's never once badmouthed the player, right? He never said he wanted out. He didn't throw anyone under the bus. So what, you're telling me because an elite receiver is asking for the ball?
Yeah.
As every NFL receiver probably should, and that's what makes him a diva. Now everyone wants his head, and we got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of him. He's a problem. Even when all this was going down, not one player came out this year saying he was a distraction. Because I remember the T.O. days, right, where we literally saw him.
Well, no, during the T.O. days, Donovan was like very.
I mean, Donovan had a lot more to do with it.
He was vocal without being vocal. He was very like passive aggressive about how he felt about T.O. I mean, I think he went into the coach's room, or he went into the GM's office and advocated for Westbrook for another contract, but he wouldn't advocate for T.O. to get his done. There was things in there, and then and with the Eagles, like Jalen's doesn't strike me as that dude that's going to come out and like spill the beans about turmoil within the team. I don't see anyone in that organization talking about what's going on, but you can see even like today in the past 2 days, like. Your offensive coordinator demoted your O-line coach, right?
He wasn't demoted. He just resigned. He's not with us anymore.
No, prior to the offensive coordinator getting demoted or got fired, he demoted. He had a hand in demoting the offensive line coach. And like that dude's been with the league for their organization for like 18 years, 13 years.
Yeah, 13.
Like there's a lot of shit going on in this team that like maybe AJ is just being vocal about because he sees it, he's living it. We don't get to see it.
I'm just sick of all the reports coming out and seeing AJ on literally everything talking bad about either the team. I don't know if it was him talking bad about the team, but the media is putting out AJ Brown is disgruntled. And I just don't like seeing that when the team's winning. And when you said every wide receiver's a diva, I don't know if that's true.
I think to an extent.
I get they want a payday.
Name a great wide receiver, not with the last name Rice, that wasn't a diva.
Like that about
Larry
Justin
Fitzgerald.
Jefferson. You don't.
Name another one.
Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce.
I don't know if that's
Isaac
true.
Bruce,
Marvin Harrison.
And I don't know if AJ actually is a diva.
All right, take it back.
I don't know if AJ actually is a diva because he hasn't called anybody out, like you said.
Yeah.
But I'm just sick of seeing all the bad stuff and all the reporting on him. I'd like it to just simmer down and him play good. Obviously, it had a lot to do with the play calling. They didn't get him the ball enough, and that
Which
was
is
huge.
a problem in itself, right? Like we're here talking, or like not here talking, right? But like the reports and like you hear, the Philly like the Philly fans say, like we got to get him out, or he's a distraction. Isn't it more concerning that like throughout the season the game plan wasn't to get our elite top 5, arguably, receiver the ball? The fact he's going one game or multiple games with 0 targets, like how is he not incorporated in the game plan?
I think
like that is why. Like that's more concerning. And then all the dysfunction, I don't think it's in the locker room. I think it's higher ups, man. I think it's with the coaching and management or whatever. I think the players have each other's back. And like you said, I'm gonna mess it up. What's a reflection of leadership? You said it earlier. I feel like it's not the players leading, right? Like, I don't think it's Jalen Hurts or, like, the captains not leading by example. I think it's so dysfunctional that it's now trickled down to the players and that they're not comfortable or confident in whether it's the scheme, the game plan, whatever it may be, and we see it on the field. And then we see this shit product with these, arguably probably the best offensive lineup in football from top to bottom. There isn't a hole when healthy, right? And it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Speaking of what the fuck are we doing, let's go to the chat, folks. We have Colonel Forbin with saying 1,140 yards rushing, and the offensive line was hurt all year.
Yeah,
that's very true.
We have J. Mull asking, how much can S. Brown leg press?
Definitely more than you, pal.
Barely 2 plates. Guys, weak and soft.
We got Handle 7666 saying, dude says he rides with Howie on literally everything. Then 2 seconds later questions one of his biggest acquisitions. Too many trains have gotten to this guy's head.
Yo, wait. Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know.
Dude, what is he talking about? You're allowed to.
That's your T. Reichert. There he is.
No, dude, you're allowed.
Get
listen,
under his
you're allowed to
skin.
be an advocate for someone, but still not like all the decisions they made. Nonetheless, everything Howie did got us 2 Super Bowls. So yeah, I'm on that dude's fucking train. Please, may we go? Oh, here we go.
Asks for the ball and cries about it every game. Then we finally give it to him. The entire game doesn't catch one and loses us the playoff game. Make that make sense. I agree.
I agree. He didn't show up. He didn't show up.
But who did that
no.
game? Devontae Smith had a few key drops. Saquon Barkley had a key drop on a 3rd down, which is becoming a pattern in the last 2 years. But no one's ripping those guys apart,
Everybody's.
right?
They don't
but
like
no
to
one's
see-
ripping those guys apart.
The bad media about AJ Brown. They just want to see him do good.
It's not
They
contradictory.
want to see
That's what I'm
the
trying
Eagles
to say.
do good.
Joseph Mazzi says, "Go Cowboys." Who is that monster?
He's just messing. That's my brother-in-law. He's a dick.
That's my partner.
Handle 766. We had the same coaching and management 1 year ago when we won the Super Bowl. If only the Eagles could catch a ball and not be some divas.
All right, we'll handle you wrong there, bud. We definitely lost our one of the best, if not probably the best offensive coordinator in the league right
That's what
now.
I was going to say. We had a completely different offensive coordinator.
Oh, Jesus. Why am I drawing?
Moore.
Yeah, and Kellen Moore, who took the head coaching job in New Orleans, and that was a huge loss. But yes, majority of our coaches did return.
Hey, he's a quarterback, so he just thinks like a quarterback. That's what you need, and that's what we're going to talk
because
about
that
with
brings
this
into
new
another
hire.
thing too. What happened to the good old days where, like, dude, what's wrong with being an offensive coordinator or like a defensive coordinator? Like, if you're good at what you got, why are you fixing if it's not broke? Especially when you see.
They're swapping coaches every
But like,
year
if
now.
you're winning, like, dude, look at the Spagnolas. Like, look at like even what's his face from Kansas City recently, who just Benalamy.
Oh, the offensive line coach?
Yeah, no, the offensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see these guys who take these head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
I can't say his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Eric Benalamy or
Yeah, it's spelled
whatever.
like that, yeah.
Like, not to mention, you're coming off a Super Bowl run with the number 1 offense who led the league in scoring, yardage, everything, right? Like, set like records, all that. Everyone's still under contract, and yet the vacant New Orleans Saints job looks appetizing to you. Like, I'm going to go here and I'm going to be successful. And maybe, and like, I get it. You want to be a head coach, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I just hate how the turnover over the last 10 years is crazy.
I don't think it's been 10 years. Maybe the last 5 years, coaches have been coming
Maybe,
in and
yeah.
out, in and out, in and out.
A lot of coaches are ex-players, right? To some degree.
Yeah, majority, I would say.
To become a professional athlete, you have to be extremely competitive, right? So, like, you're always pushing for the next thing. If you're a coordinator, you know, the next rung up the stairway or whatever is head coach. Who doesn't want to take a head coaching job?
And they keep opening.
If I'm an offensive coordinator, I gotta work under this guy. He's probably not even letting me call the plays and shit. Instead, I'll go to my own team and do my own
I
thing.
just
They
look
never
at the
used to
grades,
open.
right? Like, look at the Josh McDaniels of the world. Look at all these top guys who, like, they leave. You know, even Vic Fangio, right? As great of a defensive mind as he is, when he went to the Denver Broncos, what, his record was 19-30.
Look at Nick Saban.
That's different.
He just couldn't make the transition to pro.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother thing, and like,
Yeah.
that transition is crazy. But,
Corbin's
like,
right. I mean, pays the pay's a
Yeah.
lot better as a head coach as well.
yeah.
And thank you to everyone that's
Listen,
in the chat.
I get it, right? But, like, I just wish there was more loyalty, or, like, if you have something good, like, I get the team was going away and you know it's dismantled and, like, you have to, like, rebuild. But don't you take into consideration, like, yo, you're playing at the highest level. I'm sure you're getting paid very handsomely as an offensive coordinator, where, like, whatever you, like, there's probably not a big difference. There's nothing you can't do with offensive coordinator money that you could do with head coaching money, right? And it's just like, dude, if you have a chance to repeat or, like, build a dynasty or, like, whatever, why not, right? Because the coaching jobs are going to open up. Right? It's not like, but like, that's the thing. It wasn't like this was a golden ticket opportunity where this team is set up. They're just missing one piece. They are in rebuild mode. And I mean, I know that quarterback.
Who,
they
New
had.
Orleans?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
No,
They're
listen,
years away
wasn't
from
it
being.
Parcells that said, hey, if you want me to make dinner or something like that, the stew, let me choose the ingredients?
Nah, he didn't say
Dude,
that.
I want,
but
yeah,
sure.
he definitely did.
No, he didn't say if you want me to make the stew. I think he
Something
said
like
if
that,
you want me to
soup?
make dinner, let me pick the groceries. But
No, something about ingredients, though.
let me pick the groceries.
I'll look it up later after
Sure.
the podcast. But nonetheless,
Let me know how that stew looks.
if you're building something, you know, and you're a coach, don't you want to build it from the foundation up? Like, he
Yeah, but
didn't
that's
want
another thing,
another
though.
guys.
The turnover with head coaches, like, you don't have that luxury anymore, right? You
Maybe.
have 3 years to do something, and it takes more than 3 years to get your guys in there, whether it's through free agency or through the draft, right? So it's like, dude, unless you produce in 3 years, you're beat.
If you know that, why don't I'm sure they do as well.
What I'm telling you is get used to it because the Eagles have been getting pillaged for their coaches.
Yeah.
Since we've been good.
But that's like every good team though. Like look at when the Eagles had Andy Reid, right? Look at all the coaches that we lost.
Yeah,
look
at the longevity we had with Reid and
look
like
at New England and all the coaches that like
Brad
he
Childress.
lost.
We had him for a while.
That's a sign of a great
Sean
head
McDermott,
coach and a great organization. Is like, hey, you're getting all these guys to be wanted as head coaches to other professional teams.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's going to happen with like successful teams in general. They want to know how they got there.
Other head coaches and offensive coordinators swapping on other teams because we don't really care. So,
all right, let's reel it back real quick because I know we kind of went, a little off here. I mean, I got to ask, right? If it's not AJ Brown in the headlines, it's Jalen Hurts. You believe in Jalen, Steve-O?
Yeah.
You
Top
think he's
5.
elite? You think he's top 5?
Top 5.
That's what I'm saying, dude. What about you?
All the dude does is
dude,
win.
let's hear this, dude. Let's hear it, John. Let's
Jalen,
hear it.
Argue it.
Jalen
Listen
Hurts,
to this guy, dude.
Oh my God. Here we go.
average player,
Average
at best.
Oh
my God.
You put Jalen on another team, is he good?
Yes.
Okay.
He makes
History
that team
shows, he's never lost, and he's never had the same consistent coaches. Look what happens. And for the people who say Jalen took a step back here or this past year, look at the numbers. His numbers are better this year than last year when he took us to Super Bowl and became Super Bowl MVP. The biggest difference, I think the QBR is a difference of like 0.0 of a point, 0.01 of a point, and he had 7 less rushing touchdowns, and we can probably say that's the result to the tush push not being as successful this year and teams picking up on it. But that was the biggest. He had more yardage, more throwing touchdowns than the year before.
Well, they have to protect him more too. They called less run plays for him, designed runs.
And he had 6 picks, dude. And like he had his worst game ever as a professional against the Rams, right, where he threw 4 picks in one game and then one play. I think it's an NFL record, 2 turnovers in one play, and he finished the year with 6 interceptions.
Jalen
and you're
Hurts
telling me he's not elite? Because the people you're putting
you got the arguably. I know everything I said earlier, but during the season, you're still thinking Saquon's the best running back in the league, right? The other thing is, you have, when they're not fully banged up, one of the best offensive lines. You already said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Top 3.
Then he has like probably top 3 receiving duos in the league, right?
Top 2, top 3, yeah.
And he has like a top 5 tight end, right? Please answer the question.
It doesn't top 5 tight end, no, because unless you're top 2 or top 3, it doesn't
10.
matter, and he's not a top 3.
He's a top
but after
8.
the top 3, but
Top 8.
All right, well,
top
all
8,
right,
top
fine,
8,
whatever.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
top 8,
A
then,
good,
right?
a good tight end, yes.
You have like a top 8 player in every position, and you couldn't be a little bit better. No one's talking like, wow, Jalen Hurts is the greatest
run the plays
passer.
If they don't call him.
You put McNabb on this team.
He aired the ball out. This is a different person.
McNabb on this team is better than Jalen on this team.
I don't know about that.
Can't argue that.
I absolutely can argue that.
That's wild.
It's hypothetical.
I mean, dude, he could.
McNabb did more with less.
That's true. But the defense was second
McNabb
to none.
was awesome
Those
too,
defenses
but
back in
McNabb
those
was
days.
a top
awesome.
3
They can
quarterback
both
in the
be
league.
awesome.
Dog.
With Pinkston and Thrash.
I remember.
McNabb had a better
Jalen
arm.
is
He was
not a
overall
top 3
better
quarterback.
Top
With
5.
Pinkston and Trash.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
You can't prove it.
I mean, dude, you can.
Time machine.
That's safe to say. I mean, dude, is he the best quarterback? No, but when you're talking like from a what, like how are you grading from an arm standpoint? No, he doesn't have the strongest arm. He's athletic, but he does enough to win. It's not asked for him to play hero ball or to air it out. As good as our offensive is, and as good as the weapons are, that's not his job, right? It's not an air raid offense, right?
Yeah, because he can't do it.
He can though, because look at the games.
Proved it. He could
proved
do it.
And his 2 best games as a professional quarterback were on the biggest stage.
You can't argue that.
Was on the biggest stage going against a good defense, a top 5 defense, and arguably the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
And he outperformed both times. And we won. We won last year strictly because of him in that game. Yes, there were a lot of factors. Saquon had an amazing year.
The entire
But let's just
team
keep it
played
up.
lights
Did he
out,
show up
bro.
in the Super Bowl? Did he? He had
Who?
60 yards. Saquon.
They probably chose to take him out because the guy was on
And
absolute
it came down,
fire.
and it came down to Hurts.
So I'm sure
And
what if the
Hurts
defense was like, you know what?
torched him.
It was the weaker of the two.
And Hurts torched him, throwing dimes. That
Dude,
dagger was in the
listen,
bucket.
I'm not anti-Jalen. I just think that I'm more realistic about Jalen and that he's not
average.
good. He's not great.
But like the guys you would have in front of him, right, is like your Joe Burrows, right? Let's talk about him. He can't stay healthy. He's probably got the number one best wide receiver.
But he's a better quarterback when healthy than Jalen.
He's not because he hasn't, like, he's got, no, I mean, look, what has he done that Jalen hasn't?
He's a better quarterback
Maybe.
when healthy than Jalen.
Maybe. I mean, his
That's
arm, that's about
arguable.
it. He can't stay healthy. And when he is healthy, he can't even take his team to the playoffs.
He has a terrible,
And you have
terrible
literally
offensive
the
line.
best
He has a
wide
bad
receiver.
offensive line.
Horrible
Horrible offensive line,
for
Steve.
years.
Come on. Okay,
Eagles
but
don't
you're-
have that.
Okay, but your running back is still closing in on 1,000 yards, so it
I'm not
can't be
saying
that
Joe
terrible.
Burrow's
Because they have
better
to
than
probably
Jalen
run
Hurts.
for their lives.
'Cause I don't
dude.
think he is, but he has had a horrible offensive line.
I mean,
So,
ours was pretty bad
in
this
different
year.
circumstances, maybe he stays healthy.
All right, but let's keep going down that list, right? Let's knock off these bozos, right? So Joe Burrow, bozo. Josh Allen, I think he's top 2 in the league in turnovers since entering the NFL.
Gunslinger.
Straight gunslinger.
Yeah,
and
Terrible. Like,
but can't show up. He's proven. He's done nothing but prove to me, or hopefully to everyone, that he can't show up in big games.
You put Josh
He
Allen on
chokes.
this team.
he choked.
No, he chokes.
He chokes.
He chokes worse than McNabb in the 04 Super Bowl consistently. It never
These
fails.
good quarterbacks can't do it when the lights shine brightest. It's been proven.
They're professional quarterbacks in the NFL, the largest sports entity in the United States.
I get it, but you know,
And
who can?
they're nervous.
You know who
Yeah.
can perform under
Fuck
the
outta here.
bright lights?
Who?
Jalen Hurts,
Yeah,
and he's proven it.
yeah.
Does
So to say
Jalen
he's
does
average
Jalen
is
go to
just-
Buffalo and make that team better?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys are silly.
Is he going to throw 50 touchdowns and lead the league in passing? Probably not. But he's going to finish with a top 5 QBR.
Why?
He's going to have, because he doesn't turn the ball over. He makes good decisions, right? It's not asked for him to throw the ball as much as it is that
Dude,
they
but
asked Josh Allen.
He
but
has
can.
time back there because of his offensive
And
line.
then how many times do you hear, like when he does have time, right? There's such things called as like coverage sacks where the receivers are, covered. He can't get rid of the ball, and everyone's like, get rid of it. But he's able to extend the play and make the smart, either the smart
Who,
throw.
Jalen?
Yeah, Jalen, or take off with his legs.
That dude doesn't really take off
Jalen
anymore.
or Josh with all that time makes the shitty throw, gets a turnover, and they're out the fucking league.
He's all they got.
Lamar Jackson. I mean, don't even get me started with the Baltimore
Lamar
Ravens,
Jackson.
bro. Stop.
Bum.
Stop. All right.
Bum.
Is he top 5?
Lamar Jackson is the modern day Michael Vick. I assume that he's a gentleman that relied solely on his athletic ability and never truly learned the position. So when you go in the playoffs where the talent is much more competitive, everyone's fast, everyone is like aware of what they're doing, the defenses are better. He can't do it. I don't think he relies more on athletic ability than anything else.
But I agree with you. However, I think a lot of that's the coaching.
Does
They're
his
in a
raw
run-
talent put him in the top 5?
Would you take
raw
him
talent?
over?
I mean,
Does
Would
his
you take him
raw
over
talent-
Jalen?
No, in raw
Steve's
talent, he's
asking-
top 5 in like every position.
Multiple
Is
MVPs.
he- Are you taking him over Jalen?
But wait, 1 second.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
but wait. Tom Brady,
Oh,
I can run faster
here we
than
go,
Tom
Tom Brady.
Brady, right? You don't necessarily need elite athleticism in the quarterback position. You need an arm, and you need very quick decision-making ability.
You have to
Whether
be
Lamar
smart.
does that, I don't know. I don't watch enough of them, but what I do see from like highlights and stuff like that is if the first read's not there, he takes off and he runs a lot, and he has an elite running back behind him as well. So, you have to be conscientious of that. The dude,
Lamar's still my
I'm not taking Lamar over Jalen.
Yeah,
no.
but going back to what John said, like, I don't think all that's on Lamar, right? I think it's that since he came into the league, that offense is catered to his legs. It's a run-first offense. So, like, he doesn't have the coaching staff or I guess the coaches around him to groom him into being a quarterback.
Hey, shout out
like
to
a
DC
true-
Green hates movies.
or like a true pocket passer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got DC Green
What
hates
we got in the
movies.
chat here, Ter?
All right, so we'll start with DC Green. There should be a segment where whoever is wearing that Viking helmet gets to talk without being interrupted.
I like
We
it.
could
I
do
like it. I like it.
Colonel Forbid just sent a million things. All right,
Boy, JR.
J Mull, Jalen, dude just wins.
Thank you. Thank you,
Michael.
Mulvaney.
There we go.
Hurts an average QB at best. Great defense, great offense. He's probably the biggest question mark on the team.
Whoa,
You're
hot
bugging.
take, Mike.
Ban that
Yeah,
man.
seriously. Boo that man. Boo that man.
Michael also says McNabb had a way better arm than Hurts. And Colonel Forbin, Donovan was definitely better. Jalen's a winner, but straight quarterback talent, he's not top 10.
Man,
Yo,
I'm
you're
Steve,
always
bugging.
what do you
right.
think?
Not top- no.
Come
he's
on, Carl.
I'm
Come on,
right.
And the guys, dude, the nerds you're putting in front of him have nothing to show. Like, they have nothing. Yeah, they have a stronger arm. That's it. And they might be a little quicker on the feet. But isn't that like a quarterback stat is the win-loss ratio? That's a quarterback stat. These guys don't win. And when they do win, and they make the playoffs, they do not perform. This guy wins from high school. Dude, I mean, look at it. Go back
Dude,
to Jalen's
there's-
college career.
There's sometimes with QBR that
We don't care
You know,
about stats. We're not talking
that
about stats.
statistic
I mean,
doesn't
we do.
tell
Stats,
the
but
true
stats
story.
Matter. Stats do
Stats
matter.
matter to a degree,
Wins
but QBR,
matter.
because like, are you taking Daniel Jones over Jalen Hurts? No, he has a higher QBR, right? You're not taking Dak over Jalen, right?
He really put this a million quarterbacks QBR.
Everyone else, I'm sure you
No
can
one
make.
cares about
Show
QBR,
the chat. Show
man.
the chat. Show the chat.
Does he win? Can he win? Can he win a Super Bowl?
Who?
That's what matters. Any of these guys.
Team got him there.
Yeah. No.
Team got him there.
I don't know
Crazy.
anything about
It's a
sports.
joke,
This year.
dude.
Support my boys.
Dude, it's just crazy to think that like a year ago today, everyone in the city, everyone on the planet was singing a different tune.
Brother,
unless you were a
it's-
Dallas fan.
It's the championship hangover. Repeating is like
Dude,
one of
that's
the
what I'm
hardest things to
saying.
do in
So
sports.
why are we like out here wanting blood from Jalen,
higher
from AJ?
expectations.
Because
from,
the more tread you put on a running back's tire, like they are done in the league, and it's not like a.
not done.
It's a
man.
significant drop off.
I think, dude.
I think it's starting.
You're
I think.
you
thinking
know-
Zeke.
Listen, I
Listen,
know,
if he's out there this year doing backflips over fucking corners, I'm celebrating with you.
John.
I'm just saying, I'm looking with my
We're
eyes.
not pro athletes, right? And like I can only imagine
Okay.
what these guys were dealing with mentally. You know, when me and you were in the gym, if one of us were having a bad day, like a serious bad day, it affects our lift. So if these guys are going to work every day and there's constant chaos between the management and obviously the team's not performing or living up to the standards, yeah, you're squeaking these wins out, but they're ugly, right? You're not getting your numbers. Like you should be so much better. You don't think that weighs on you or weighs on Saquon or weighs on any player? Quarterback, receiver, offensive line, it definitely does, and I feel like all that gets thrown out the window. Just
No.
be realistic, man.
I
Just
don't
be realistic about it.
I don't-
And it's not you. It's
I
I'm
don't
talking
not
to everyone.
consider that, but also, listen, you're paid a lot of money.
You're right, but they're still human.
There's a
They're
you
still
are.
human.
There's a lot of expectation. I think Saquon's the type of guy that's aware of the expectation he has as a member of this team. I don't think he lets that kind of stuff bother him. I think it's a physical thing, which we already talked about. A diminished offensive line. Hurts sucks.
Chill, you're bugging. This guy hurts. Sucks.
The bottom line.
Yo, he finishes with
his
hurts.
takes
Sucks.
must be
He
worse
doesn't
than yours,
suck,
dude.
Bro, Jesus
He doesn't
Christ,
This
suck.
is wild.
He doesn't suck.
Oh my God.
John. I go to
Jalen's
church every fucking
average,
Sunday, and you're sitting here
Saquon's
trying to bring out the
cooked.
demons in me.
Well, let's jump to another topic.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
know, dude.
Yeah, can we please? I can't do it.
Yeah, I got to take a break. Obviously, a lot of changes going on this offseason, especially within the last 24 to 48 hours with coaching. Let's talk about that Jeff Stoutland, just out of the blue, random post last night that he's no longer going to be with the Birds after 13 amazing years. I guess my question to you guys is, how much is that going to affect or carry into this season? Steve-O.
I mean, you can't really say now. I mean, I hope not. We have a lot of talent on the offensive line, so I don't think it's going to do a lot. But, I mean, obviously he was a really good offensive line coach.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey's sung his praise like nobody.
I mean, I think there hasn't been an offensive lineman, at least with the Philadelphia Eagles in the last 13 years, who hasn't sung that man's praise. I mean, don't get it twisted. It's definitely a huge loss, right? Like, just from a respect standpoint, from what he's done the last 13 years, I mean, our offensive line going into every year, pending injuries, has been top 2, if not number 1 each year, right?
Yeah, we're going to find out.
I'm hoping.
What does an offensive line coach actually do?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs, but I think a part of it too. I just found out that Stoutland had reins about the run game. This past season.
So he was the offensive
don't know
line
if that's
coach, and I
true.
think the running back coach as
I
well.
mean, he confirmed it. He
did?
have, yeah. Like he was.
He was frustrated because he felt like his voice wasn't being heard anymore.
Oh.
It was run game coordinator, which I can see making sense how the offensive line would do that because of the schemes and like
He said Patullo
and like
was
the running back style, like how that could work hand in hand. And like I can see, I mean, if
Well,
he
it
did
makes
it the
sense
year
then.
before when Saquon put up over 2,000 yards and he was untouchable, or maybe he didn't do it last year.
Or
He
he was
took the
cooked.
reins this year, and it just showed. Like, and maybe But hey, I just know it's gonna suck. But before Stoutland, our offensive line dating back to the McNabb era with your Hank Fraley's, your John Runyons, your Jamal Jacksons,
100%.
have always been good. So I feel like as a team, or as an organization, we do a good job in that department. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a hit, but it's definitely
It's definitely a hit. For
yeah.
sure.
Like I'm not an idiot. Like
Did
it's
you
definitely
see
gonna be a hit,
the Kelsey documentary?
No.
dude.
Well, you have to watch it, dude.
On Amazon, it was the year we lost the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, to the Chiefs. It was that season.
Oh yeah, it was that one. Yeah.
Buddy,
It's
you're
very
going
good.
on a well, he might not because he's not. Yeah,
It made me cry.
he doesn't know ball, so
Yeah,
he might not get it. But,
Yeah, but does he think he knows ball?
Yeah. Do you think you know ball?
I don't
John?
know ball. I've been giving the best takes all night.
The worst takes.
Please.
You're here to make my blood pressure go
Please,
up.
your greatest contribution tonight was your Viking helmet. Get out of here.
It's the best contribution so far.
Get
I mean,
outta
it is a
here.
pretty sweet helmet. And we'll dive into that at some point. But all right, yeah. So the Stoutland thing, right? And then just found out that
That's
Vic
great.
Fangio, I guess last year was contemplating retirement after 41 years. Thank God he stayed, right? Because we won a Super Bowl, right? And then this year there was talks up until today. He was unsure if he was coming back, but I do believe my sources are telling me that he's back for at least this year.
Well, I for one think that's a very good thing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's huge, especially with the departure of Stoutland, that we still have some type of camaraderie or some type of familiarism with, with coaching. I think that's going to be huge. I mean, our
Big
defense
Fangio is very good.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Coming into this year, we took a hit this offseason, mainly on our defensive side, and didn't do anything to, replace them. And our defense performed way better than I thought they were going to be.
Towards the end of the season. In the beginning, it was kind of,
Yeah, I mean, the first few games never really truly count, right? You're shaking off the rust.
it was
You're
kind of when
long
we got
off
Jalen
season.
Phillips, is when they turned it on. It's what it seemed
No, they
to
were
me.
coming up clutch in some of those games before. They weren't consistent, but they made the big play to seal the win.
Yeah.
And then after Jalen Phillips, they
They
started
really turned
becoming
it on.
more consistent. And
They were very
really
good defense
showing.
towards the end of the year.
Yeah. And it sucks, man, because eventually that defense is going to cave, right? And it's unfortunate that our offense couldn't figure it out and pull their weight, right? Because you can only, when the defense out there more than the offense, it definitely shows.
They need to fire Sirianni. He hides behind great OCs and a great DC, which for Milquetoast, that means offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Great to see you, Milquetoast,
Dude,
and
but then
also
again,
DC Green.
Dude, when Sirianni first got hired, it was one of the worst interviews ever, introduction interviews, right? Complete airhead. But he won us over, he won the city over, and now again, coming off one bad year, and yeah, there's a lot of chaos and turmoil and miscommunication or whatever you want to call it this past season. You're ready to again, a year ago today, we were in the Super Bowl. You're ready to you're right. We should just go into full rebuild mode. Should we just go into full rebuild mode? Because some of the bullshit that the media's pitching and that you dorks out there and you two fucking nerds believe, it's dude, so what? Should we just go into rebuild? Just start new. Get
I
rid of
never said
everybody.
that.
Yeah, why are you being so dramatic right now?
You're putting
Mr.
words in
Jalen
my
Hurts
mouth now.
suck. All right, you've been.
I just said he didn't
You've been
suck.
chill. You're a problem.
I didn't say he sucked.
You're a problem.
I didn't say he sucked.
You're a problem.
I didn't say he sucked.
Right? But it's just dude, it gets me so jacked up because as an Eagles fan, man, I remember those dog days, man, where we absolutely sucked until we drafted McNabb. And then and his first years were, we were in that rebuild, but then we were spoiled when Andy Reid came in and revamped
Yeah.
the city, revamped the team, and like, dude, we've been pretty spoiled.
Who was before McNabb? Was it Rodney Pete?
It was
No,
like
it was Ty Detmer.
yeah, but it was like a
Oh,
carousel
that's
of
right.
quarterbacks.
Holy
It was
shit.
the Detmers. It was both Coy and Ty. It was Rodney Pete, Bobby Hoying. I'm sure I'm missing one.
I mean,
Bobby
go back a
Hoying.
little bit more. It was Randall.
Doug Peterson. Yeah, dude, it was brutal, you know? And the only bright spot on those teams really was our defense, right? With the young Brian Dawkins, Troy Vincent, Bobby Taylor.
Who
else
is
was
handle
there?
7666?
I don't
I don't know.
know.
I just want to tell you guys that we don't have any like sports realm. We have no right to talk about this stuff. We're just bringing you guys into our conversations because me and Steve argue about football and sports
Dude, listen.
all the time.
Handle 7666 knows that the Steves know ball, right? Johnny Gaines is an absolute blind and deaf man who doesn't know shit. Mr. Keller.
I don't think anything I said tonight was like shot down. I don't think
We
anything
shot you
I
down
said.
on everything. What are you talking about?
Not a
You
single
straight
thing.
up started the show saying that Saquon's cooked,
Yes.
that running backs have 3 years.
They do.
They don't.
Statistically, running backs have a 3-year career in the pros.
No.
Yes, they do.
don't.
That's
they get
on
that
average.
one contract. They get one
It's-
contract.
no,
So
no.
after the
It's
rookie
on
year,
average.
they
You're
get
thinking
8. They get
of
6 to 8.
Steve,
3 years.
He thought he knew ball.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you got me. I'm gonna give this a fucking goog.
He thought
yeah.
he knew ball.
Fucking
All right, let's
shit.
stop picking on John.
You're not picking on me.
Now with that door, Kevin Petrillo finally gone, and this new OC guy, what's his name? Mannion, Sean Mannion, coming from the Packers.
Never heard of him. Wish him the best.
You know, but he don't sound bad if you look at his record, man, and who he worked with. Like, he did a good job with, what's his face over there? Jordan Love.
Wow.
Oh,
You
we
know, I'm
Googled it.
interested in,
Yo, Corkies, check this out. The average NFL running back's career length is approximately 2.57 years, the shortest of any position due to high impact wear and tear. Wow! Yo, say it with me. Steve's don't know ball.
Yeah, all right.
Daddy's
That's
home,
not-
boys.
That's not, dude. That's not
Daddy's
true.
home.
That's not
Adrian
true.
Peterson.
Thank you for the
The
goose.
top tier
Played
dudes,
for like
the
12
top
years.
tier dudes, your Saquons, your Derrick Henrys, right?
They played for a long time.
Yeah, they do.
That's
They
why
play.
it's
As long as they
on
stay healthy.
Average.
Sure, whatever,
Yeah.
John.
That's Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
He played for 2 years.
Dude, we forgot. He Googled before he started the show. I'll give it to him.
Oh, I didn't.
Is that what you
Who won?
Gave it a goog.
My bad. Who won our fantasy league this year?
Dude, stop.
Who actually beat you in the championship?
Yeah, no, you got it. You're right.
Yeah. Feels
But
good
you
to be
know,
the king.
going back on topic, I think Sean Mannion, I mean, I'm hopeful. I mean, it's got to be better than last year.
Oh, 100%.
It's got to
would
be better.
than
And,
last
you know, the Eagles do a good job with getting these young guys. I mean, look who.
year. Philly will burn if it's not better than
Dude.
last year, dude.
But going back to Nick Sirianni, like, dude, look at his tree so far in his 6-year NFL career. He put out 2 or 3 head coaches. He's putting people on the map. You
Who
know,
talking about?
Nick Sirianni, his tree already.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right, we lost Gannon to the
Yeah, and this guy's
Cardinals
talking
2
shit on
years
him.
That's
ago.
definitely got a training for under that gray shirt. This is definitely someone we know. If this is Joey Nova, I swear to God.
But yeah, I mean, it's got to be better than next year. I mean, I'm going to keep an open mind, and hopefully they figure it out. Hopefully our offense returns. Everyone returns. There's no trades. There's no offseason bullshit. Hopefully they can get, hopefully it's just the hearsay bullshit
So
and the media making it worse.
I looked up the new guy a little bit.
Mannion.
Now, he was a quarterback like in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
He was an NFL quarterback, backup
what team?
quarterback.
For who?
I don't know, bro.
I was going to give you kudos.
Yeah, I heard
Who?
that.
I was
That's
gonna give you
basically
kudos.
all I know.
Bro.
I don't know. I was going to give you kudos. That's
All
why.
right. Well, listen, he's going to, I don't think he's done any play calling, right? He was never a play caller. But I think that this guy is going to be able to like look at it like a quarterback and know like, all right, as a quarterback, a guy that played in this league, a guy that when you're the quarterback, you're calling plays, making adjustments, doing whatever you got to do. This guy knows how to do it. I'm excited for it. I think he'll backup players on any NFL league or any professional team always tend to be better coaches. Like look like a Steve Kerr. The guys that are great, like your MJs and stuff like that, they can't communicate to a guy that always has to like work from the bottom. But a backup quarterback knows how
His
to.
best take yet, Steve.
Oh, my God, dude.
I'm with him. You against him? You're still against him, huh?
I'm not against him, but I'm not as against him as I was.
Kellen Moore was a
He's
backup
really
quarterback.
bad. Well, yeah, I know, but
Last time we won the Super Bowl, backup quarterback for an offensive coordinator.
I'm sorry, what?
Last time we won the Super Bowl, our offensive coordinator was a backup quarterback. Previously.
Yeah, but every quarterback.
Who's the real old guy from the Jets that was on the team that helped Jalen Hurts? You have to know.
What are you talking about?
He was the quarterback coach for us. He had blonde hair from the Jets. A really old quarterback.
Really old quarterback.
Oh.
He was great.
Not
Great what? Great quarterback?
No, he wasn't a great quarterback, but he was a great quarterback's coach. I can't think of who. We just had him. We just got rid of him a couple of years ago.
doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
But he was a good quarterback's coach. Jalen Hurts loved him. He was on the team for a while.
Yeah, I don't know
Steve
who-
Kerr wasn't a backup
Anyway,
player, but he
you
did
can
come
move-
off
you can move
the
on.
bench
Got me with that
sometimes.
one.
Josh.
And he didn't have
something?
athletic ability, so he had to find it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Josh McCown.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He didn't have long hair, but no, I know what you mean. He did have the
He had
comb.
blonde hair.
Yeah,
blonde
yeah.
comb over.
Yeah. Talk about a journeyman. I mean, that guy lasted forever in the league. And one
Yeah,
of the
he was
more
great.
respected now coaches, right? Or assistant coaches and even backup quarterback. He might be arguably goated as best backup
Oh, here we go.
quarterback.
Here we go.
We'll save that one for another day.
Okay.
Best backup quarterback is Steve Young. What are you talking about?
Stop.
Was he not
I mean,
a backup?
backup meaning like, dude, you were straight backup. You didn't get your shot.
Was he in the
Like Nick
role?
Foles.
All right, then he's probably the best. He won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
outdueled
dude,
Tom
that
Brady.
run, the run he went on,
Philly special,
no
baby.
one thought. That 2017
I almost had a heart
team,
attack.
Dude,
on
that
play.
was magic.
That was a full like culture play. Like they lit Doug. Like they just came off of like, who's the college dude, man? We got from the Ducks. Help me out here.
Oh, Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The team hated playing for this guy.
Yeah.
And he just ripped the team apart. Doug comes in more laid back, lets the players be players, and you got a guy like Nick Foles just being one of the boys. If there's like mic'd up sessions of him running down the field saying like, that's my guy, get off my guy.
Yeah.
You know, you got a quarterback, you want to play for a guy that
You talk about
gives a
that
shit.
it factor, just like that. There's just something about him. Nick Foles had it.
That's
Like,
cool.
dude, who's this handle
Big
guy?
Dick Nick, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Goated.
Yeah, he's
There's
probably
a statue
good.
of him.
Yeah.
All right, what are we going?
So let's pivot a little bit here, right, guys? We got a big. Before we pivot, we do have some key free agents this year coming up, right? Dallas Goedert, Jahan Dotson, Reed Blankenship, Nakobe Dean, Jalen Phillips. So let's just go down the line real quick. Do you want Dallas Goedert back, or would you be
You'd
okay
have to
with
give me
him
a different
moving on?
question. Because obviously, yes, he's a very good player. But like if you're like trading another free agent or somebody has to leave,
You want to trade
for
as
him
a
to
free
stay,
agent, but honestly,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm cool either way. Bring him back, don't, whatever.
If you're built to win now, you bring him back.
Like I said, dude, unless you have that top 2 or top 3, unless you're like a Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, or what's his name, or like a Laporta, or even Kittle.
Yeah, just read them again.
It
I'll give you
doesn't
like
matter.
priorities in my head.
So who's priority over Goddard, Reed, Blankenship, or Nakobe Dean and Jalen Phillips?
I think I saw that they signed Blankenship today. I want to say that.
Yeah.
But the edge rusher.
Jalen
Phillips.
Yeah, we definitely got to bring him back. What about you, John?
I let them all walk.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I would let them all walk.
He's just here to troll us.
No, I'm not, because I'm looking at Dotson, right? You can get a player like that in the draft.
Dotson is
right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at a lot of these positions, and I'm like, these
You
can all
cannot
get
get an
these can
elite
all be
edge
addressed
rusher.
in the draft, right? You know, safety. Jalen Phillips, bring him back because we always have a.
If
I mean, we
Reed-
had to bring back a retired guy to play on the line. So like,
Stop.
let's,
Don't even get me.
let's-
Don't.
let's keep all
We'll
the
bring that up
let's
later in
keep
the
all the
show.
defensive players that we can. But yeah, man, I'd get rid of them all. I'm not.
You
I'd get-
cannot get an elite edge rusher. Who was the first overall pick last year, or the second?
Don't.
New York got him.
Oh,
Edge
dude,
rusher.
that Joker.
Yeah, everybody thought he was amazing.
Yeah,
I forget his name.
Abdul.
Yeah, Abdul Carter.
Yeah, Abdul Carter.
Yeah, everybody thought he was great. in the draft.
That's,
You just don't know
yeah,
until
but
these
that
guys
could be, yeah,
get
but
out
that's
on the
any
field.
position, man. That's any position. That's really
Yes,
any
it
position.
is. But he's saying you can address all this stuff in the draft.
No, you draft.
It's hit or
no.
miss every time.
I feel like you do better in the free. Like I'm more of a free agent guy than draft.
I feel like I know who Handle is. Let's go in the.
I mean, I'd probably go Jalen Phillips. I would not bring Reed back if it's going to affect bringing Cooper and Quinyon back in the next year or so because we have to lock them in.
Yeah, obviously.
But if it's not going to affect, yeah, sure. And I guess Nakobe Dean, I could, take it or leave it. Dallas Goedert, take it or leave it. John Dotson, whatever.
Yeah, there's no one that really stands out.
All right, and then obviously big weekend this weekend, boys. Unfortunately, we're not in it, but there is a game going down.
Yeah.
New England versus Seattle.
Who would have
Drake
thought?
May, the young gun, against fucking Sam Darnold and the Seahawks.
It's a wild year.
Wild.
Taking both those quarterbacks over.
Yo.
All right. Terry,
So-
you're in.
Yeah.
So,
Yo, we need a sub.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
so what are we talking?
Thanks, Sean.
It's been a good show.
What are we talking about here?
Super Bowl predictions. Who we liking on Sunday?
No one talked about the Patriots all year.
Mm.
I like when
That's
great.
not true. They did.
No one really did. When greatness leaves and you have to start all over again, arguably the greatest coach of all time with the greatest quarterback of all time, no longer associated to that team, it's good to see them get some success from a new batch. So I'm kind of low-key happy for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like the Patriots because they beat us
Sure.
way back when.
It's not even the same players anymore. Let it
I
go.
don't care. It's a rivalry. Okay?
Do you think they think that?
I don't care if they think that. That's
Okay.
my opinion.
I think they would sell it if they were facing off against us because I agree with you. It's a whole new team, a whole new regime and everything. So, that's the team I want to win.
Yeah.
Just because when you talk about a complete team, I mean, name their number one receiver.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly, right?
His
Like
name's
Stephon
Putte.
Diggs isn't Stephon Diggs, right?
No.
Like he's, what? I mean, I'm sure he's a 1 or 2, but and then who's that guy? Demario Douglas.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you talk about a complete team, and Mike Vrabel's one of the bros, dude. Like he's one of the guys. He's an absolute dog.
Well, he revived the team.
But the rivalry, I guarantee, if it was the Eagles versus Patriots, even though it's a whole new team and regime, they'd probably pitch it
Dude, Doug
to
was
get them all juiced up.
Doug was a quarterback before McNabb.
Who?
Doug.
Doug
Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
Where
You
did
said that?
Yeah, he said that.
Where's that coming from, dude? That was
He's reading the
15
chat.
Oh, Jesus,
Reading the
John, focus, buddy.
He's Googling something.
There's nothing in the chat.
So who's your pick? You're going with the
Patriots.
Patriots?
I said that,
I'm going with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, I was going Patriots, man, but the Seahawks. I mean, it's going to be a good game.
I mean, I'm the gambler here, so.
I know. You putting money on it?
Yeah.
On
It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah. On Seahawks.
What are we talking about?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going New England. I'm going New England.
Nah, I don't
Just,
think
dude,
a
I
second-year
can't see
quarterback.
that. Dude, I
The
can't
list of
see that.
second-year quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl is like 4 people.
So if one
Realize
person's done it, then it's possible.
It is possible.
Also, I mean,
did look that
also,
up.
the Seahawks would have won back in the day if it wasn't for the worst coaching decision of all time
Yeah,
in the
let's
Super Bowl.
throw on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, how about it?
That was terrible. That's for another time.
Yeah, I'm probably going New England.
No.
And before we
Seahawks.
pivot off to
They're going
a
to
whole
smoke them.
different sport.
The Seahawks are going to smoke them.
No, it's not. It's not
Yes.
going to be a smoke show.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
All right.
The Rams were their
All right.
only
All right.
test.
All right. I know no one cares, but we got to talk about it. Let's talk about the Pro Bowl that just happened. I know it sucks. It's not the same. It's stupid. It's a joke. But I don't know if you saw who represented the AFC quarterbacks. These are Pro Bowl quarterbacks, right? All pros, right? Do you know who represented the AFC, John?
Yeah, it was Dion's son, wasn't it?
Shador. Yes, he was
Shador.
one of them.
I don't know.
Joe Flacco,
Let me tell you something.
who Shador took his spot and got traded midway through the season, and Joe Burrow. And they replaced, obviously, Drake May, because he's playing for the Super Bowl. He's got bigger and better things to do. Understandable. What's his name? Herbert from the Chargers, who's battling his hand injury or whatever, so he's sitting out. And Josh Allen, who's probably still crying
Goat it.
about, Jesus, dude. But, like,
It's my favorite quarterback in the league.
Shador Sanders
Yeah.
He finished second to last in QBR, and I know you don't care about QBR. He finished second to last. You know who was the last?
Who?
His teammate and former starter of that team, Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur Sanders finished the year with 7 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And he's in the Pro Bowl over, not even a phone call to this man, Trevor Lawrence, who was an MVP candidate most of the season, who finished with 29 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, and led his team all year to the end to the playoffs. Lost first round of the Bills, unfortunately, but it was a close game. It was a good game. He played a good game. What the are we talking about?
The Pro Bowl's a joke, man.
Such a joke.
It's been a joke for a while now.
You can't have.
They're playing dodgeball and shit.
And then
Yeah, you can't have a contact game or a contact all-star game because these guys are going to get hurt, and they all know it. Like, their body's their moneymaker, right?
Yeah, but you can do the flag football thing. All right.
Dude, I'm not I
don't care how you
slipping
do
on,
it. You
on
don't have-
wet grass.
Listen, you don't have to play the game or do the stupid dodgeball or anything, but the fact that you're named, I don't care if you're playing the Super Bowl like Drake May, you're a Pro Bowler. Whether you play or not, you're the Pro Bowler. Stop giving these subs.
Just name them. Just name them, and that's it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be, but like it's such bullshit because now that's like on his record, and it's like, yo, and then his dad gets on a podcast, Dion, and says how he's super proud of his son, as he should.
Yeah.
Right? But says
What's
like
he going to say? What's he
But this is what
supposed to say?
messes me
My
up.
kid sucks?
No. But you have to say he did something that I didn't do. He made a
did.
Pro Bowl his rookie year, and it took me 3 years. Stop.
No, he's gassing
If
him up.
you think for a second your son's a Pro Bowler right now,
Yeah, he is.
or deserved it, it's crazy.
Whether he deserved it or whether he got it,
come
two different
on.
things. He got it. He is what Dion said.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
I'm
to
with
me,
you,
that's
Steve.
just wild.
I would say, like, listen, why don't you just do it like this? Why don't you just, at halftime, you know what I mean? After the halftime special or some shit like that,
Well, it's supposed to be
have
a
them all
reward
come on
for
the
that.
field, let them do their little wave their hat.
Yeah, it's
you
supposed
know?
to be a reward for them. They go to Hawaii and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Give them a trip.
They don't even do that anymore.
Just
man.
name
They
them.
just play
I thought they
random-
did.
No, they don't go to Honolulu anymore. They haven't done that since the bullshit.
Well, I'm sure they get like a bonus or something. They have.
Yeah, I'm sure they get something if they participate, but like,
Yeah, they get
it's not in Honolulu
Yeah, I'm sure.
anymore. And it used to be.
I thought it was.
Wasn't it after the Super Bowl?
It used to be.
Yeah, it was after the Super Bowl. I think if they went back to it and incentivized them, like, yo, if you win, you get a bonus, like kind of how the NBA does it a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, if you win, you get 100,000.
The Pro
whatever
Bowl
it may
used to
be.
be cool, but now it's.
Well, that's how it used to be too. And the old school guys would say back in the Honolulu days, like your Warren Saps and them would say, like in the third quarter or in the third quarter, they would turn it up on the line because he's like, yo, let's get this money or whatever it may be.
Wasn't it Sean Taylor just smoked
The punter, and the punter was juiced up about it. He loved it. Just go back to it, dude. You can't say it. Yeah, dude, the Pro Bowl's such a joke.
Yeah.
But that's enough football talk. Let's pivot.
Pivoting.
Let's pivot here, guys. With baseball season approaching, how are we feeling about our Phillies? What we thought were going to be big moves this off season didn't really do much, but let's get into it. John, what are your takes about where the state of the Phillies lie going
He's
into
more
the
of a Phillies
season
guy.
now?
Do you want me to go or you want Stevie G?
You can break
Want me to
yours
go?
up if you have a lot. Go back and forth.
Not the notes, guys.
All right, look, I have opinions on the Phillies.
All right. You know what? Let's just jump into it. Let's talk about the Schwarber thing.
Wait,
Okay.
let
All
me
right.
get my opinions first. Let me tell you something. The window is closed. It's all over. This is what happened in like when Howard and Utley and all those guys, like, I get years messed up, dude, because my brain, I think it was like 2010. They started just like, all right, team's done. They're on the decline. Shit's a wrap. They got a bunch of punch and Judy hitters out there. One guy, Schwarber was the worst signing of all. You got a guy that's hitting, your leadoff hitters hitting like 50 home runs, but he's batting 230. Stop it. This team is in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Let's talk about it. Just go talk about Schwarber.
I mean, man, I was pumped for this offseason when I saw some of the names, and up till a couple of weeks ago, man, when I saw, there was rumors Bo Bichette was coming into town, take a little interview, talk to the guys, and see what's up. I was really hoping that, he would leave Philly with a deal, or hopefully,
Dude, when you see
make
his
that
numbers,
decision.
though,
Yeah,
the
but when you see
contract's
the
with
guy
the
he
Mets,
would
it's a
replace
one-year
his
deal.
numbers. All right, I'll take it.
But not for that amount of money.
Yeah, and then let's talk about that too, right? Because then I've seen a lot of things on social media with other shows that are saying that like the Phillies dropped the ball here, and like let's just keep it a buck. We offered him more years, more money. It was just spread out, and there was no like player trade clause or any option to like leave the team after a year. He took the best player deal he could with that 3-year, 140-some million with a player option after year one. So theoretically, which will probably happen because the Mets are like the Dallas Cowboys of baseball, great team on paper, but fall apart during the season when it matters, right? And he's in that organization, right?
Yeah.
One and done. So, like, why wouldn't he take – like, the Phillies didn't drop the ball. The Phillies made him an offer. They made him a great offer. But, like, Bo Bichette would be stupid not to, like, if it's about the money, take that deal, a 3-year deal for $140 million guaranteed or $145 million guaranteed. I think ours that we offer was like 7 years, $200.
What was the first year of the deal?
After the first year, he can opt out and not return.
That's what he wants.
I don't think
that deal that he signed is like a 1-year deal, and it's extremely player friendly. Yeah, it is. It's the Mets, dude. He has nothing to lose.
I don't think he asked for it, or at least
he took it.
Well, yeah,
you said Phillies had a contract on the table too. He should listen.
He'd be stupid to pass on that for the Phillies deal.
It's the Mets, right? They always put together a good team on paper every year, right? He'll give it 1-year shot. If they're garbage, he can walk, and he can walk right down 95. You know, I'll pick him up, bring him down here.
You don't know ball whether the size, shape, or
yeah, it is, dude. Talk about more about the Phillies. Come on, I'm ready for this.
So the fact that we haven't really done much, anything real impacting. Yes, that Kyle Schwarber signing, you still hate it.
Yeah, 100%.
Before you dive, but like, do you see why? Like, imagine if we didn't do it.
Yeah, it'd feel a lot better.
About what?
I would have put the money. Listen, if you're a general manager, though, you can't. You can't think just like it's the same thing with like in business, right? You make one move, and you have to understand that like this one move affects this, and this, right? So before you make one move, you have to think about how it affects the rest of your team. That dude's contract is gonna bite us in the ass for the last like 3 years of it. You couldn't re-sign Ranger if you are a playoff contending team and you let a pitcher walk that has like a 1-something ERA in the playoffs, you're not a playoff contending team. Schwarber is a power hitter. He hits under the Mendoza line consistently. He's like a 230 hitter, right? Well, Mendoza line's 200. He's a 230 hitter, right? That dude, once he loses an ounce of strength from getting older, he will be a 230 hitter that hits 15 home runs a year, and he'll be log jamming the defensive or designated hitter role, which a guy like Bryce is probably going to have to eventually get into as he gets older. You create a log jam both financially and on the field with that decision.
Not really financially because there's no cap in baseball, so you can pay whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you want in baseball.
Even though I know it's because you're paying the luxury tax,
do.
But eventually there's going to be a cap on.
You run more of a risk of paying the pitcher and a subpar pitcher at that with Ranger Suarez and him getting a Tommy John surgery or something on his mediocre fucking arm, and then you just wasted. Stop, dude. Listen,
is your worst.
I'm gonna say
this is a bad.
No one fears him. No one does. You guys don't understand. He's a fucking reliever. He's a reliever.
He was a starter.
The only reason why he became a starter is because our bullpen and our starters were so bad that we had no other option but to bring him in. He came into the league as a receiver.
Bro, he was a meme. He was a meme for the team. When he was doing that thing where he had the goggles on and he was hitting the champagne and dancing, that dude was a meme because every time he pitched, he was killing it.
He had one good year. What has he done since? Nothing. He didn't. He hasn't. No one fears him. Dude, he was
injured at the start of this year.
He goes on any team. I mean, dude, Boston, Rangers. Listen, man, when you were in Philly,
Terry,
I love you,
Terry. If you can you Google Ranger Suarez's playoff ERA?
Yeah, it was great. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're a team that wants to go into the playoffs and win, we know how difficult pitching gets in the playoffs, dude, because the Phillies couldn't hit anything in that last series.
Dude, for what Boston paid him,
look at him. A 4-1 record with a 1.48 ERA over 11
He was our
playoff
best pitcher.
games.
Cool, man.
That's a
1
stud.
year. That's 1 year,
That's a
John.
stud.
In 1 year.
Dude, he did it 11 times. He's done something 11 times.
That's 1 game. That's still 1 year. That's 2 games. It
doesn't
that's
matter.
Literally, he pitched in 2 series. He pitched in 2 series
Spicy
and did
man.
well.
Yeah.
And did well.
It's games.
But
They're
then
all games.
The next following year, he
it
doesn't
means-
do shit.
means he's
Why?
He's
This
got,
is why we're here.
Why?
He's got ice cold water in his veins, brother. Who did anyone on this team, like, what did anyone do in that last
He's got
series?
ice cold tap water. I like fucking.
Yeah.
I like
About
this
as cold
type of
as the
water,
fucking
dude.
bats, dude.
Dude,
About
stop.
as, where was the Schwarbombs
You're right.
at?
Listen.
Where were the
listen, you're right.
Schwarbombs
Yo,
at?
listen, I'm not saying that
And
Rangers.
you pay that schmug?
I'm
Fuck
rather
outta here.
paying him than he's an actual hitter.
Trash.
He's an actual player. No one fears him.
220,
He's
I'll
not a
hit
top.
220.
He's not even a top
That's
pitcher
not
in
what
the
we're talking
league.
about, though.
Yes. Well, he just
We didn't
got
trade
That's crazy.
Ranger for
Watch.
Schwarber.
No,
That's not.
No,
That's
I know.
Yeah, I did. If the Phillies had money to
He's
throw
saying they should
around,
have
right?
prioritized Ranger over.
If you're given a big
Schwarber.
contract, the big contract should have went to Ranger
That's
this year.
definitely debatable.
Mm-mm.
Think of your lineup, right? All right, listen to it this way. Your core is starting to age, right?
Mhm.
Your core offensive players. So how do you put more life into a team that's aging offensively? You pour into the rotation. That's the same thing the Phillies did when they got the 4 aces. When your team's starting to decline a little bit offensively, you ramp up the pitching. It counteracts that because then you don't have to score as many runs because these pitchers are
You know
giving
how
up
I
like
know
1-2
he's
runs a
not-
game.
Dude, this is it right here. Say we brought him back and we paid him that. Are you putting him over Christopher Sanchez?
No.
Are you putting him over Luzardo?
No.
Yes.
You are. So you're saying he's your number 2?
In the playoffs?
Okay,
I'm
hold on,
pitching
time
him.
out,
I'm
time out.
talking about playoffs. I'm talking about playoffs.
Can't, dude. What? You're just gonna sit him for the playoffs? Just gonna wait?
No, but you're talking about rotations. They don't mean shit. The only thing, the rotation doesn't, like if you're in 1, 2, 3, because that all gets fucked up as the season goes on.
So let's just say. So I misspoke. Let's just say all goes well and Wheeler's back. Wheeler, are we agreeing he's 1?
Yeah.
Just hold on, before you go on, just answer
Just
me.
ask me to tell you what my rotation would be in the playoffs because that's all that matters.
No, it doesn't.
That
You have
shows-
to get to the playoffs. So we
This
can't
team-
talk playoffs.
It's the team. It's the point of this. The regular season is to get to the playoffs, right? If you're a playoff contending
I
team,
can't jump right to the playoffs because the regular season matters. You act like the regular season doesn't matter, and it matters. So
I'm not
coming
saying-
into this season,
I'm not saying it doesn't
Anyway.
matter.
Tell us the rotation.
That would be the way to prioritize the most. If Wheeler's healthy, and he's fine, which is a question mark,
Yeah,
question mark,
go on,
question
yeah.
mark. Then he's your number 1 guy. He's your best pitcher.
And who's 2?
I forget his name.
Christopher Sanchez.
Sanchez. 3. The Ranger.
You're paying a
That's
third.
the Ranger,
You're paying
baby.
the third on a mediocre rotation.
Dude,
You're
but
paying
that's-
the third
well,
best
listen.
pitcher on the team.
No, listen.
How much?
Listen, and I'm
You're fearing the third pitcher?
Dude, how
You're
nasty-
fearing the third pitcher.
how nasty is your
You're not.
rotation?
You're not. It's not that nasty.
in 2010, Cole Hamels was your 3, and he was making $1.
That's different. We had signed him prior.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter when you
signed
signed him. You
him.
still
Yeah,
had
it
a pitcher that was
Yeah, but who?
pitching in the 3-hole.
Yeah, he was pitching 3-0 because what? We had Cliff Lee. We had
Roy Halladay.
Halladay. So yeah, of course he's going to be number 3. That's a fucking rotation.
Okay,
You're
Wheeler
fearing all 3.
and Sanchez.
No.
Yeah, I guess you would be. A lot of
You're not
guys, a
fearing
lot
the
of
third.
aces on teams would be
You're not
a
feeling
3
the third.
in that rotation.
No, they wouldn't.
That's anyway. I'm saying it bolsters getting better pitching bolsters a decaying offense.
Dude, Ranger, no way. For a third, for like even with Wheeler coming back and healthy, say he doesn't skip a beat, right? Perfect scenario. With Ranger and Sanchez is 1 and 2, and then we can figure out the rest. You got Luzardo in there. It's still an
Dude,
average rotation.
Consider like,
and even if you
like,
throw Ranger in there, it's a decent
Look at it this.
rotation.
Look at it
He's
this way
the
now,
third,
right?
He's the third option on a decent pitching team.
listen, if
And
you
you're gonna have to pay him $200 fucking million.
listen, no,
fuck
no, no,
outta here.
You just said money doesn't matter. Now it matters when you're talking about a pitcher that you don't want. Here's the deal.
Because you're saying
No, 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 no.
overpaying
No,
him,
listen.
then Schwarber.
If-
So yes, that matters. I'm
if-
giving Schwarber the $200
If
million.
Wheeler's a question mark, right, on health, and Nola is arguably now like your
I can throw better than Nola.
your third pitcher, right?
Yeah.
That dude sucks, right? you have to rely on a guy more because your ace is a question mark on coming back, and you got rid of Ranger. I'm going to lean into a guy like Ranger and feel a lot better going into the season knowing that my ace is a question mark and Nola's trash.
You feel better going into the season with Ranger and no Schwarber than you feel going into the season with Schwarber, no Ranger.
Yes.
Wild.
You know why?
I'm starting to lean towards John a little bit.
Jesus
Thank
Christ,
you.
dude.
Thank you.
I'm stuck between
I'm
two
very-
idiots.
Yeah.
Very. Ranger Suarez is one of my favorite players.
course
Ranger
he is,
Suarez
dude.
is the
And
man.
he
He's
is,
a big
dude. He's
reason
a fan
for that
favorite.
run.
He's great. But let's just keep it a buck. Let's be realistic here, man. No one fears this guy, and it's about to happen. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Dude, I got to move on. You guys, dude. Jesus Christ, man. So, all right, just final prediction of the Phils. If all goes well and we're healthy with the team we got currently today, making the postseason or no?
Wild card.
Yeah, we're out in
We've
wild.
One and
progressively
done.
declined
So one and
every
done is what
year.
you're saying?
Yeah.
We'll make the playoffs when we're out first round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
think
like
that's
It
I
happens
like-
every year.
I like Upton. I'm saying if you had a
crush
guy like
us every
Schwarber,
year.
you could get a guy like Upton. You can have him be your leadoff hitter, but you can't now because you signed Schwarber, and Schwarber likes to hit in the one hole.
I think he only likes to,
Log jam.
it's not him. It's coaching, the way he's being used.
Schwarber's already said he likes to hit in the one hole.
Sure, because he's been doing it for a few years, so you could grow uncomfortable. But you could
Who would put him there to start?
This is why we made the podcast, because we argue like this all the time.
Jesus, dude. Well, if you thought that was bad, this next segment is going to be wild. Time for Johnny on the Spot.
Oh, this is easy.
We don't have a music, but Johnny on the spot, and there we go. It's the spot we got.
Oh, boy,
Johnny
oh, boy,
on the
oh, boy.
spot.
Johnny
So me and
on
Steve-
the spot.
So me and Stevie
It's
G.
Johnny
been-
on the spot.
So me and Stevie G go. That was actually really good.
Yeah.
That was really good, Terry.
We put him in.
That was good. So me and Stevie G go back 10 plus years, got sober together. You know, we bonded over sports and many other things, obviously sobriety and recovery and all that jazz. Every day we argue at some, whether it could be sports, it could be that he thinks the sky's blue and I'm saying it's yellow, whatever it may be. And we just had a recent debate last week about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Literally 45 minutes. I'm in the parking lot of the gym for 45 minutes screaming at this fucking guy, and I'm watching people leave the gym looking at me like I'm a fucking asshole. And they probably heard what I was saying. They're like, this guy's an idiot.
Bro, your wife threw you under the table.
Yeah. How about it? We told you that, right? Yeah. Dude, I'm a psychopath. Yes, I do debate and argue myself.
He
I do.
debated and argued with
serious
himself,
problems.
and his wife caught him doing it.
Yeah.
And texted me about it.
Serious problem.
I'm sick. I
mental
know.
issues.
I'm sick. I'm
Called
sick.
you a loser.
I am.
Said, come get
Listen,
your boy.
I'm fully aware. I'm not fucking delusional.
Way to go,
right?
James.
I
if you're
am a
still there.
loser. But anyway, this take, John, we can't agree. And I don't think you're going to agree.
All right, so did we explain it?
Yeah. So we're going to tell you what it is.
Mhm.
We're going to give you our, why I think it's my way, and Steve's
Yeah.
going to tell you why he thinks it's his way, and then you just go with what you think.
Okay.
So going back to the Birds real quick. When we brought BG back, right? We signed him. We re-signed him.
Mhm.
Everyone was hype.
Sure.
BG might be the most overhyped, overrated player.
You can't say anything yet.
He was a first-round pick, 15th overall in the first round, 20 fucking years ago. I mean, if you're a first-round pick, a lot of expectations. He had one Pro Bowl season, and I'm pretty sure the way he made the Pro Bowl is the same way Shedeur made this year's Pro Bowl. He finished his Pro Bowl year with 8.5 sacks, whatever it was. It was under 10. Crazy. He is known for don't get it twisted. BG, I love you, man, and I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit. No, I truly believe it. I think he's overrated and overhyped. He made one great play his career, and that was in 2017 in the Super Bowl with that sack fumble that Garrett Barnett recovered. But it wasn't the game ender. Brady still had a drive in him left, and then the play ended on that failed Hail Mary. I just think he's overhyped, overrated. I think we could have moved on. He wasn't a game changer. I get he's third all time in Eagles franchise with sacks, as you should be, right? You should probably be at least number 1 or 2 if you're taking in the first round. I remember when we drafted him out of Michigan, it was a reach, it was a stretch, a lot of question marks in Andy Reid's decision. Don't know if, I think Howie was there. I don't know if he was in charge of the draft yet, but I remember when we took him, he was undersized, blah, 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 all that. I just feel like he didn't live up to it, man. Like, yeah, he's a local. He's a fan favorite. BG, I'm sorry, buddy. I do appreciate you and everything you did, but if I'm being real, that's just my truth with it, man.
So basically his take was BG is a borderline bust. And that is just a wild statement to make. And you have to try and be non-biased in your opinion.
I'm showing
You have
no
to just-
expression.
Yeah.
Listen to our opinions and then you decide who.
Yeah,
who
I would
won.
say he's borderline,
Um,
probably not a bust, right? I'm convinced that he's
He played for the Eagles for what? 15
2015,
years?
yeah, 15,
Starter on the team. An emotional locker room difference maker on the field, in the locker room. Everything. He wore the captain. He wore the C for how many years?
I mean, Jake
15 years.
Elliott's a current captain. He's been a 3-year captain. Just throwing it out there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
When
you're right. Go on.
okay,
Wasn't
There
Brandon
isn't-
Graham the guy that he went to linebacker for a little bit?
yeah.
Early, like when he
Just
was,
wondering.
dude, when he was wearing number 54, like
Yeah.
his first year or two, when he was rocking 5'4".
Fucking Trotter.
Yeah. And then before he made the switch, but go on,
Dude,
Steve.
BG is like an Eagles all-time great. Now, will he make the Hall of Fame? Probably not. But will they retire his jersey? That's up for debate. They might. BG is great. He's not in the league like great, like Myles Garrett. That's who you want
That's
him
different.
to be.
You're talking generational talent.
Yeah, that's who you wanted him to be.
No, it's not because he coming out. No one. That
was
was,
a
not the
starter in the league.
expectation. He was a starter.
He did his thing. He won us a fucking Super Bowl.
He helped win.
And
sure.
that's the end.
Yeah.
That's the end. Saying he's a borderline bust is crazy.
I
When
said you
think
could
of
argue he's a
busts-
borderline bust.
When you think of busts in the draft, you think of Jalen Reagor,
Mhm.
JJ Arcega-Whiteside,
He's not. No, you can't say he's a
Just-
bust. He's the third rounder.
whatever.
I hear
Whoever
you.
he is.
Yeah, you were right with the Rager pick. Yeah. Go on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're crazy for thinking BG could possibly be even a borderline bust.
No, I'm not.
He was great. He was a starter. He won us a Super Bowl. He's been a captain for how many years? It just goes on and on.
So when he was a
BG
starter, there was no one else. There was no one else.
BG being
You put him
on
on
the
any
team.
other team in his prime,
BG
and
being
then
on the
when
team.
he was supposed to be in his prime, he was rotational. He came out more than what's his name? Sweat. What's his first name? I always
Josh
confuse
Sweat.
him. Yeah, with Josh Sweat. The
Josh
other
Sweat was good.
side was better than BG.
in their primes, I don't know about that. But
Look at the
Josh
numbers.
Sweat is very good.
We pulled the numbers, Steve-O. We pulled the numbers.
Regardless, that's not what we're arguing about.
He had 1 year with double-digit sacks. You know what year that was? The year we lost the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs back in 22,
22.
where like we set records. I think as a team we had just under 8. I think it was like 77.5 sacks. BG had a career-high 11 sacks in his 12th year.
BG on the team, the Eagles are better than without him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. He had a
The shit he talks on the field,
big impact this year.
it doesn't
Big
matter.
impact.
He came back from retirement, bro.
You get
You're,
what we're
you're
saying
thinking about
here,
this
John.
year.
You get what we're saying here,
You
right?
said he was a borderline bust.
I
Oaks.
did.
He's not. He's just not.
I mean, we'll probably end up
But
retiring his
that's
number
our-
because
that's
it's
our
whatever,
arguments.
but that's
That's-
a whole nother.
What?
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
What's your
That's
take with
Johnny on the
BG?
spot. And now we need your.
So I think this was at first when you posted the thing, I was like, "There's no way this fucking moron's saying this." But Steve had a good point.
Which one?
That's
Which
right,
Steve? We're both
Yeah.
Steve.
Which
dude. I
one?
think honestly, I lean towards more your point, but I think Steve argued his point better. If that makes
He's
sense.
good at arguing.
So,
yeah.
all right, if I won the
So
argument,
regardless
per
of
se-
what I think, just on the two arguing, I think Steve won. I think you argued your point better.
okay.
Bald Steve or hair Steve?
Bald
Ooh.
Steve Brown, Jamie's husband.
Now,
So
if I
BG is a
won-
borderline bust.
No,
in
he
your
said
eyes.
yeah. So, what do you
No, no.
personally think?
What I personally think, I think that there's a lot more to a player than stats. I think there's a reason why they kept this guy around for a long time.
Absolutely.
I think there's a reason why they had him do like appearances and stuff, even when he retired. I think there's a reason why they brought him back. I think there's a lot of things that this guy brought to the team that just wasn't on the field. I think it was a cultural thing too. I think he is a true leader, and I think you can't really find that in players today. Not a lot. So do I think he's a bust? No, not a bust. Do I think he's great? No. I think he's
Average good.
satisfactory.
Okay. I think, and this is wild too, right? You ready for this one? He had a bigger impact in the locker room than he did on the field.
All right, now he's just.
Yeah, I bet you would too if you were on the Eagles.
Yeah.
You'd be killing that locker
Yeah.
room.
So you won the
I
argument.
know my
but
knees
you're
would hurt,
still an
that's
ass.
for
Fucking
sure.
back be broken.
Jeez.
Bring it on.
Oh my god.
All right, guys. Before we wrap, quick little last segment here called Hot Takes.
Yeah, I'm ready for this
Yeah,
one.
if you thought
No,
the
no.
BCG let's
Takes are fucking hot, baby.
these are
Terrible.
fresh out the oven. Give it to me, Tear Bear. Give it to me. Let me hear it. Hot takes, hot takes.
It's hot take time.
My man
Takes.
Yeah.
doesn't miss.
It's
All right, ready?
a high C.
First hot take I have here. Mike Tomlin just recently, stepped down as Steelers head coach. There's been a lot of talks about him never having a losing season, all the bullshit, right? I guess, barely making the playoffs or not making the playoffs because you have one or two extra wins than losses and a career of 500, just over 500. One Super Bowl appearance, but if we're being real, that was Bill Cowher's team. Just stepped down. And then his former teammate and stud on that Steelers defense, Mr. James Harrison, was quoted saying on a podcast that he is not a Hall of Famer. I agree with him. I think Mike Tomlin might be the most overrated head coach in the NFL because the Super Bowl he did win was Bill Cowher's team. We talk about coaches and their trees. Tell me who comes off the Mike Tomlin tree. I'll wait.
Yeah, we're not going to know.
Tell me what he specializes in. Is he does he help develop quarterbacks? Is he a defensive guy? Is he an offensive guy?
No.
I'll wait. You got arguably probably one of your best linebackers in Steelers history in James Harrison saying the Bull isn't a Hall of Famer. That should speak volumes. Don't get it wrong. Do I think he's a good coach? Sure. Do I think he's a person's or a people's coach a player's coach? Absolutely. But I also had favorite teachers. Were they the best teachers? Nah.
All right.
Nah.
Why does that have to be one or the other?
God.
Just saying.
He was in the playoffs like 15 years in a row.
No.
He hasn't won a playoff game since.
He was in the playoffs.
in 10 years.
He's never had a losing season.
That's such bullshit. That's a bullshit stat.
He's never had a losing season.
Stop.
And listen, in the NFL,
Going 8.
I think a lot of us know that certain coaches work for certain organizations. You have a guy that's like innovative, right? Like the Rams head coach. Guy's super innovative.
Yeah.
Then you can go to a coach that like Sirianni, where I would debate that he's probably more like a figurehead coach, right?
He's been in the league 6 years and put out how many coaches? 3
Well,
in 6 years. I'm just
But I'm
saying.
yeah, but that's
We're talking about
organizational,
Mike
maybe
Tomlin.
not
We're talking
coaching.
about Mike Tomlin.
The thing about Mike Tomlin is like, yeah, you're not going to hear about all the things that he did with coaching, but the guy knows how to build like unity, like culture. And like you can hear how the guy talks, how he presents himself at like
Other
press
than when-
conferences and interviews.
Yeah.
The guy was able to navigate like Ben Roethlisberger, and you haven't had a quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger, and yet you remain competitive every year.
You're
There's
mediocre
a lot to
every
be
year,
said
John.
about that.
He's been mediocre.
Dude, they
every
just
year.
marched Aaron Rodgers, which was finally you had a GOAT player in a position in
GOAT
Pittsburgh
player.
to be able to
Jesus
throw some
Christ,
footballs, brother.
Stop it.
But
They beat your favorite team, the Ravens.
I would love to. I would love to go to that island
It ain't
and eat
hard.
some mushrooms with Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just
I'd love
saying.
to go trip with Aaron Rodgers on a beach.
Aside from when Mike Tomlin inherited Bill Cowher's team, he never had a top offense, didn't have a top defense.
Dude,
he didn't.
How does
What is
Mike
he
Tomlin
doing?
dictate players? Is he the general
Coaches
manager
do that.
too?
Coaches do that.
Last time I checked, the general manager
If you
does
don't
that.
thi-
You think Sirianni's
That's not
picking
true.
the players, or is,
Hold
or
on,
is
hold on.
Howie?
Let's back up. Not every GM does that. Coaches, and if they do, if you think Sirianni or the head coach doesn't have some type of influence, he might have not final say, but he has influence. And clearly, Mike
100%.
Tomlin's influence might have not have been as impactful.
A head coach is
But what
making. A head coach is is giving his thoughts, just like everyone else in that room, about what they want with a player. But at the end of the day, it's the general manager calling them, say, "Hey, welcome to the team, and this is the pick we're putting in."
It's fair.
It's the general
See?
manager.
The only argument you need is that what John said. He's never had a losing season. Did
Overrated,
the dude
That's so
wins.
overrated.
This guy says he's had a
Mediocre.
trash quarterback forever. That's true too.
Can't draft quarterbacks, Pop. And when he had the GOAT, right, which we'll get into, right, the fuck did he do? Stop it. All right.
Jalen
crazy. It's a hot-
on the
that's why it's a hot
Steelers.
take.
Tom
You're
will keep
crazy.
his job.
He has horrible takes,
Well,
everyone.
hold on. That's another thing. Do you think he really stepped down, or do you think they just gave him the courtesy and told him?
I think they
hey,
gave him the
we're gonna-
courtesy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I
gave
think
him
they just gave him courtesy. I think they were like, "Hey,
Pittsburgh
man."
loves to like consistency. It doesn't matter
cool.
how great the player
Yo,
or
Pittsburgh has a
whatever
great
is.
organization.
They get a winner and they want to keep him for like a decade.
That winner word you use a little bit loosely, but okay.
He never had a losing season, so
Moving
he's a winning.
on, this bozo dude. This guy really grinds my gears. Aaron Rodgers, dude. He has to be one of the most overrated. He spins the ball very well. Won Super Bowl, hasn't sniffed one yet. When he was in his prime with the Packers, and they had a top offense and a top defense, he couldn't get over the fucking hump. Couldn't get over the hump. And everyone says this guy is, he's the best thing I saw on the field. What? Other than his arm, what is so special about this guy? What is so special? I don't see it. Do you?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Crazy.
Hey, real quick, Scottish Geek guy. He's just got his own podcast studio. He's actually Scottish. Shout out to the Scots, and good friend of the podcast. He just checked in.
Scotty, I appreciate you. I couldn't agree more. Any Given Sunday, goated #1 American football movie. But anyway, keeping it
Not Little Giants.
Number one.
#1. Little Giants could be in there.
Remember the Titans, bro?
Giants, help us, God.
Jesus Christ, you fucking goons.
But
is
what?
gonna go great.
So Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
How's he overrated? How can
Overrated.
a 4-time MVP be overrated?
I wish we had
How
more,
can a
little more
4-time
time.
MVP be
Let's stop
overrated?
it. Let's stop. Stop.
If you're the 4-time MVP of a league, how can you be overrated?
Pull up who he went against and look at the numbers, man. There's no way
He was in the league when
clear-cut.
Brady was. He was in the league when Manning was.
Yeah.
He was in the league with all these greats.
You're telling me when Brady comes away with all these Super Bowls and this guy only has one, you're telling me now one of those 4 MVPs shouldn't go to Brady or shouldn't go to another player?
When Brett Favre
Stop.
left and Aaron Rodgers took over, they didn't miss a beat. They didn't miss a beat from
They
one of the
did.
best players, best quarterbacks
They
of all time
did.
leaving. Dude, he picked that up.
He's
He picked
arguably
that
the
up for
best
years.
regular season quarterback, second probably behind Peyton Manning.
Just
But
change
stop.
the
What's
name.
generational to him? Like what other than his arm? You remember back in the day?
You use that term too much with like generational.
All right, my bad. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. I do.
He's a great football player.
He's a great football player.
There's difference between like greatness and generation.
But to say
players,
he's
in
the
my
best,
opinion.
or like to say like
one
dude,
said he's
just
the
hype,
best.
yeah, they do.
But I don't think he's
They
overrated.
do say it. A lot of people say
when he
it.
was when you were drafting in fantasy football,
Huh?
where was Aaron Rodgers usually at his peak, like being drafted? Would you say like 3, 4, maybe sometimes 1
He was never one.
in quarterbacks?
Yeah, he was never one. I mean, you're talking like in that era. I mean, obviously Peyton Manning was one, right? He was. You knew you're getting 40 plus. McNabb was going before him. McNabb was throwing.
No, I disagree with that.
McNabb was throwing more TDs, or he was up there. McNabb was definitely going before him.
No, because Rodgers was running too at that time. When he was
He
like
was.
peak Rodgers, he was running.
Anyway, you should change the name from Hot Takes to Hot Garbage Takes.
Okay, all right, all right. Last one here, guys. Last one here. I got. Oh, this one's bad. We're pivoting to a whole different sport here, gentlemen. Recently, NBA star Derrick Rose had his jersey retired in Chicago, #1. Do you think it was deserved? Now, if you're not too familiar with Derrick Rose, let me tell you, coming out of Memphis, this guy was an absolute stud. I know I use it a lot, but let's just say it, he was potentially generational. This guy was different. His explosiveness, his quickness. I mean, he didn't have anyone on that Memphis team. He lost in the Natty Championship because he didn't have a supporting cast. Drafted #1 overall with Chicago, is an MVP, did it a lot for the city of Chicago, had a couple good years, but he's probably one of the biggest what could have been if he didn't have a tragic knee injury or multiple knee injuries or injuries, like shortened his career and his, he's not in top 3 of any of the Chicago Bulls. Like, he was a point guard, so he's not there in scoring assists or anything. I think Luol Deng and Kurt Heinrich were with the team longer and are in the top 2, top 3. And we just retired this guy, and the city of Chicago or the Chicago Bulls organization retired his number at 1.
Yeah, I don't have anything
That's
on
fair.
that, pretty much. I mean,
Here-
they did it. It is what it is. Is it deserved?
Dude, there's
Who are we to say?
There's executives that get their jerseys fucking retired.
Yeah, the
strung up
retirement
on the
jerseys,
thing, dude.
dude.
That's such a listen. Going back to Brandon Graham, right? Sometimes greatness just isn't like statistics, right? This guy, corny as you want to say it, but you're right. He got hurt, so like he still managed to be a very good player, you know, even overcoming injury. The other thing is the guy was big with the community. He was very involved in the community. So that has to play a part into it. Like, he was just a good guy. Was he an MVP? Yeah.
One time, yeah.
He was the youngest MVP in NBA history.
He was.
You know what I'm saying? So you're saying he's a bust or should have been retired?
No, I'm not saying he was a bust. Could argue that, but I'm not. That's not.
Dude, I think John Kruk's jersey is retired or I think he made the Phillies Wall of Fame. If he's making the Phillies Wall of Fame, that one nut. You think?
You ever peep his stats though? He's got numbers, bro.
No, dude,
I agree.
stop.
He's got
he even
some
said
numbers.
He played one more game.
He's the most humble guy. Yo, let's stay on track. Let's stay on track because we're coming to an end. But so what? Is it deserved?
We got to say short. I'm gonna say yes, based on like total influence of the player.
Just give him the key to the city.
Total impact.
I don't see how like the off the field court stuff translates to on the court stuff. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a humble guy. I think he was a hell of a player. But dude, he's arguably one if not the biggest question mark of the NBA if he was healthy, right? Just like the Penny Hardaways, just like the T-Max, just like that, like or the Grant Hills,
dude,
right?
If he wasn't in a city that the greatest player to ever play,
that's what I'm talking about. That's
like
what I'm talking
Michael
about.
Eclipses everyone, and it's automatically like stomping out any other talent that's going to come across there. He's going to dwarf anyone else's talent. Michael's a guy that's there that it will forever be the guy in that city. Give him put the jersey up on the wall. Put the jersey up. They need something there. You know.
I'm with John just to be against you on your hot take.
Sure, it's all good. All right, guys, that brings us to an end. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Appreciate everyone who commented. It was awesome. Guys, continue, again, to like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do for our channel. You know, and if you enjoyed yourselves tonight, tune in every Thursday, 8 p.m. here on YouTube. Shout out to our producer, Terry. Terry, where can they find you if interested?
Oh, you're talking about Terry, the producer, also known as Vicious Marshmallow on all the social media. So happy to be producing another Muscle Geeks product. And great to see you again, Steve. Let's go, baby.
Great to be back. I appreciate you, Terry. Johnny Gaines, where can they find you at?
Just wanted to say shout out to every single person that jumped in the chat, even if you're not a sports fan, and you just watch because you stick with the Muscle Geeks. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much. I know Steve quit on us, but I never did. So we find us at where you guys already did, at the Muscle Geeks on all the social media platforms, and give Philly Gaines a follow too. It's the coolest supplement store ever.
Stevie G, where can they find you on Instagram?
Steve G55 is my Instagram
Guy's
handle.
got like 20 followers. Let's give him 22 by the end of the night.
Yeah,
More, baby. I'm an internet personality now.
Go
to
like
me
that
with
picture he put of
respect.
himself on there today.
Guys, thank you again. And don't
Thank you,
forget,
guys.
tune in next week, Thursday, 8 p.m.